What's up guys, it's Friends Like here, and today I'm gonna go through a very suggested video, Sheik matchup chart. Alright, so before this video, I will not use any scripts or anything. I'll just go straight through this video on my thoughts, and I'll put some Sheik gameplay that I've got from a latest match in the background. Please be aware, there was a lot of lag. Other than that, this tier list is not fully made by me. It was actually my own tier list mixed up with Charlie the King's, Nev Rain, and the quote-unquote community Sheik tier list, which was posted by Nobody on Discord. His name was Nobody. He's not a nobody, but his name was Nobody. Anyhow, let's get right into it. On +2, we have Lil Mac, Gandorf, Richter, K-Rool, and Donkey Kong. Most of these, like the big heavyweights here, due to them being like +2, is that Sheik literally can easily 0-death these. They have very few options to get back on stage when Sheik is lead trapping. She can easily get 70-60% on them with your F tilt loop, and edge guarding them isn't that difficult either. On Little Mac and Richter, these two struggle a lot when it comes to getting out of Sheik's pressure and when it comes to edge guarding. These are two huge factors for Sheik when it comes to the gameplay against them. Richter having some like counterplay with his projectile, but Sheik has, if she plays patiently, she has time to walk up, and when she finds time, strike and just leave Richter fully open and susceptible. So the only thing you need to watch out for that in that matchup is the Nair he has. Moving on, +1, these are a lot of characters. I'll try to explain them as quickly as possible so the video don't like go on for like 10 hours. Bassett Jr. is easily out-neutraled, and he is very easily comboed. Offstage is also very weak to Sheik's edge guarding, so not as weak as the others in +2, but weak enough to beat +1. Falcon, easily comboed, very easily comboed, and he's very susceptible offstage. When it comes to neutral, he can play the neutral against Sheik, but he like loses a lot more if he loses the neutral than Sheik. Dr. Mario, he has maybe one of the best out of shield options in the game, so against Sheik that's very good, but simply he loses to this matchup just because he has one of the worst recoveries in the game, and Sheik can easily like throw him off stage once and he should be dead. The matchup could have been +2 if Dr. Mario didn't have his out of shield options, so if you're Dr. Mario lane, abuse this against Sheik. She really does pressure you a lot, but like most of it isn't safe, so just go for your out of shield options. Charizard, a big body, easily comboed, but the big reason to why it's not +2 and +1, because he does get out neutraled, is because his recovery is actually kind of hard to like edge guard. So yeah, +1, decent enough. Ice Climbers, some people are arguing it's an even matchup. Most of the other people said it's +1, so I put him in +1. Basically, Sheik has very quick aerials and like rising arrows as well that can easily separate the two, and due to her horizontal combo game being that powerful, she can quickly like drag one of the ICs away from the other, and when you have to, due to her being so fast with low end lag, she can like quickly like turn around and mess up the other one. So it's like very unpredictable when she's dragging them both like away from each other. So she's very good at that, and that's actually one of the like traits that Fox has in melee, when he can like shine away the other one and quickly turn back to the first one. It's really like Ice Climbers gameplay should consist of you being quickly able to separate the two, and Sheik does the job very well. Incineroar, big body, not that good neutral, so he'll get really crushed against Sheik, but he does have a lot of moves that can just like contest Sheik, so he does have some play, and when he up Bs off stage, Sheik can't really do anything. Rion can, very big bodies, and most of the time easy to edge guard. So the thing is with these two is that if you stay away from their kill options, you should be very good to go, but the thing is they actually kill sub 50% against Sheik, so yeah, that's a big problem. But other than that, if you're playing on point, the matchup should be really easy. They shouldn't even be able to land due to their focus being like harassed by up air. Okay, Ridley. I played this matchup so much, so I have very much knowledge on this. Ridley has tools to actually space out Sheik. Nair and down tilt and F tilt, all like they do very good job on spacing out Sheik. But the thing is, he doesn't have that much options in getting back to stage. So recovery wise and like getting off the ledge, it's a nightmare for Ridley. So, and also he's a big body, so you can easily like combo him, making the matchup slightly advantageous for Sheik, but it's very playable. It's very, very playable, as he has a lot of powerful move racking up damage and simply just killing Sheik earlier than you expect. Jigglypuff was actually discussed to be even, but most of the people said +1, so he's also +1. But the big thing that Jigglypuff has is that his aerials are contesting Sheik's aerials, and that makes the matchup very hard for Sheik in that aspect. So she has to actually play the matchup kind of differently. She has to actually try to keep Jigglypuff away instead of approaching Jigglypuff a lot. If the Jigglypuff plays the matchup correctly, she should be able to threaten Sheik more so than Sheik threatening her. Other than that, she's really easy to edge guard in general, and she dies really early, making Sheik's job even easier. Robin is straight up just like, she's a zoner with traps. Problem is, Sheik loves those gameplays, so she'll easily like rush you down, and when you rush down, Robin's only tools are air dodge, and the big issue with that is that Sheik loves to pressure people with no options, and getting off the ledge and even just like recovering with Robin is a struggle. But when she actually has some momentum, she has the tools to do a lot of damage to Sheik. So that's the thing that doesn't make her +2 but +1. Okay, Samus has all the options to actually keep out Sheik. She is very, very, very dangerous when she has momentum against Sheik, and can easily kill Sheik at 80% with her aerials, even like forward air kills really early. But when Sheik does come in, she has very few options on the ledge, and like it's very torturizing for Samus when Sheik is in, since she has no out of shield options other than up B to defend against Sheik, and in the air she can only air dodge. The Mewtwo matchup straight up consists of Sheik just simply out neutraling Mewtwo. He's also a very big body, making it very easy to combo. But the pros that Mewtwo has in this matchup is that he's not that easy to edge guard. And also when he's actually getting momentum, he racks so much damage onto Sheik and just like can kill Sheik with a forward air or something like similar at very early percents. Corrin, again, easily out neutraled, is actually very easy to edge guard, surprisingly. Her up B, not that easy, but when you pull her out a long way, she has nothing else but her back air and like jumping, because her up B doesn't drift like it did in Smash 4. Like when you up B, you'll stop and that's it. This makes the edge guarding process very easy for Sheik, and instapin, not that hard to get around with it, Sheik, and also easily punishing when she actually whiffs the instapin. Bayonetta was by some said +2. I mean is +1. Some other people also mean +1. Basically, the problem Bayonetta has is that she has no out of shield options, and also she's a very big body, so easily comboed. And I believe in Smash 4 the matchup was even-ish, but since she has not the same follow-ups like it was in Smash 4, I would say this makes it very +1. She has recovery to play against Sheik's edge guarding, but like no neutral to play against her, and Sheik does a very good job at killing Bayonetta. Alright, Sonic, +1. Needles, they're just like reach out to spin dash easily. She has very fast tilts, easily like punishing homing attack when it hits the shield. Like F tilt, if you shield the homing attack and F tilt the direction Sonic went, you'll just hit him. Sonic is also easily like edge guarded and juggled with Sheik due to her speed, and like quickly pressured by Sheik. So The only thing you need to watch out for when you're playing as Sonic is his patterns in disadvantage. That's all you need to focus on. When you got that down, it's done. I'll say it's done. Rosalina, same thing as Ice Climbers really. Sheik does a very good job against Luma, and when it comes to edge guarding and pressuring, Rosalina like gets very strict at time to camp when she's trying to get Luma back, and just like straight up in neutral, Sheik just pressures her so much, so she doesn't have all the options in the world. Villager and Isabel are both +1. They're not copies of each other, but most of the time the neutral is won by Sheik, as well as when they're trying to recover back to stage, Sheik easily like pressures them so much, so they'll most likely get hard edge guarded, as well as their traps not being that effective against Sheik, since she like quickly pressures them before they even get their traps out. The only tool they have to get out of Sheik's combos are neutral air, so in that aspect they are actually quite decent, and they're also really small, so they do have some benefits, but simply neutral they lose a lot. DDD, some say it will be a +2, others said it was a +1, but most of them said +1. Thing is, DDD is very susceptible in neutral. He does lose it a lot due to Sheik being so fast, and she has tools to maneuver around Gordo. The thing is, Gordo is actually, you have to play around it very carefully due to some of Sheik's moves being too weak to deal with Gordo. Other than that, Sheik actually struggles on the ledge against DDD. Like, he is one of the best ledge trappers in the game, and when he gets a solid hit on you, you'll actually die really early. So that's the only positives I'll say DD has. Other than that, Sheik ledge guards him for like days, and he can't do much against the combo aspect of his gameplay since he's so big and also a fast faller. So it's really hard for DDD to deal with that. Bowser is kind of the same, just he really struggles with recovering and against the ledge trapping, and he's also easily comboed around. But the positive he has is that when he's pressuring Sheik, he gets a lot of mileage out of like contesting her aerials and just straight up pressuring Sheik. So when he's pressuring Sheik, it's actually kind of a nightmare for Sheik since she can die at 20, 30. That's a big problem. A problem with Zelda is that Sheik can control the tempo of the match. If she wants to camp out Zelda, she can camp out Zelda, and when she feels like Zelda is camping her, easily pressurize and like easily get her neutral flustered completely. So Zelda needs to play this matchup in Sheik's pace, and that's a really big problem, as she's easily also comboed, and not recovery wise, she's not that easy to get a recovery, but ledge trapping her shouldn't be that difficult. Alright, Hero. We shouldn't even have that many opinions on Hero, but thing is, if we theorize the matchup, as we don't know yet, just don't take this placing that seriously. Hero struggles in neutral kind of the same way like Robin, not as much as Robin, but he doesn't have tools to get out of pressure. So in that aspect, Hero loses a lot, and also when edge guarded, Hero can't do much. The up B is like no hitbox over him. Sheik can easily play around with this, and he's a fairly decent sized body, making the combo game really easy on him. So the counterplay he has to Sheik is the range of his sword, and when he has advantage, his hitboxes are actually gruesome for Sheik. So that's the only thing I'll say are pros for Hero. Cloud +1. I'll say this is fairly due to the edge guarding aspect of the game. He's very easily edge guarded by Sheik, so it makes it very difficult for him. Also, combo game wise, Cloud gets just simply destroyed and just poked around everywhere on the stage. He doesn't have any good escape options other than up B, but that leaves him very susceptible if it's red. More so, I would say Cloud simply just has some good tools in neutral against Sheik, range being one of them, and when pressuring Sheik, like juggling Sheik, he'll do quite a decent job. The thing is, Sheik easily can get out of those due to bouncing fish. The reason to why Ivysaur is put on +1 is due to him not being able to fulfill all his options or all his game plans when being out. Literally, he wants to stay away in a medium kind of area distance, throwing out his Razor Leaf and just pressuring, but Sheik can push him down so easily, and the only escape options he has for her pressure is Nair, which does the job pretty decently, but Sheik does get the better of him in the end. Alright, Joker in even. Some of you might say it's -1, -2, but I'll say it's actually even. This is due to Sheik being able to deal with mainly Arsene and just the straight up neutral of Joker. Joker doesn't have tools to get out of the Sheik pressure. The only tool I'd say he has is Arsene Nair, and that's very limited, to be honest. So he is easily comboed around, out neutral, edge guarded, and when having Arsene, she can easily go camp mode against him since he has the movement, the projectile for it, or she can go for crazy, like she can set up for easy edge guard since Arsene doesn't have any hitbox on the up B, or she can do like a crazy amount of combos on Arsene. Thing is, Sheik will die pretty early anyway. So for her, the risk of dying early is not as prioritized as the combo game often. So going for Joker when he has Arsene shouldn't be that big of a problem. But I'll recommend going camp mode. Personally, I'll recommend camp mode any day since she has the movement to easily just camp out Joker completely. Fox being even. Okay, some of you might say +1, some of you might say -1, but most of the people I've talked to said even. This is due to Fox being maybe one of the most difficult characters to combo. That's really surprising to me. I've checked it out. Some people said we had no combos on him. We have some, but it's actually very, very, very low, the amount of combos we have on Fox. But the positives we do out neutral him in some aspects of the game. If we are able to play around Nair, we should do very good against Fox when it comes to the neutral. Other than that, edge guarding wise, Fox is easily edge guarded, but the thing is, as said, Fox is not that easily comboed, surprisingly, and Fox actually kills us fairly early. So that's, yeah. Chrom has maybe one of the best neutrals against Sheik. He's very, very good at pressuring Sheik, and under in advantage, Sheik is nowhere to be seen. She's easily destroyed. Only thing holding Chrom back is his recovery. Sheik can needle the up B, vanish the up B, grenade the up B. Yeah, she has so many tools. She can easily forward tilt, down tilt, anything. It doesn't have any hitbox coming up. So just have fun, play around the up B, no worries. Diddy Kong, very even matchup. He has the advantage of being very small, quick, and having great combos, but the thing he loses on is the neutral. And when it comes to ledge trapping and edge guarding, Sheik actually gets the better of him due to bounce and fish and simply being able to cover all his options off stage. Duck Hunt is a very trap heavy character, and he likes to play the game slow. Sheik doesn't. Sheik will easily rush him down, combo him. Problem occurs when he is actually escaping the combos. He has a very good combo breaker, which actually puts Sheik in a very bad situation since she does only have 1-2 combos, which is very low damaging. As we know, Sheik needs long strings to get her damage up, so that's a very big issue. So when you have to rush down Duck Hunt Duo, you need to actually imply your most damaging 1-2 combos. That's not that fun to do, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Another thing that Sheiks get the better of than Duck Hunt is off stage. No worries off stage. She can easily edge guard Duck Hunt Duo. The positives Duck Hunt has is that he is able to actually put Sheik out of his zone. So the Sheik player needs to play the matchup slowly, get patiently in, and when she's in, she needs to rack up as much damage as possible. The main goal of the matchup for Sheik is to learn how to get around Duck Hunt's duo, try to find the patterns, and simply just break down the matchup slowly. Link has very long range and has very powerful hits, so this will kill Sheik very early. That's a big problem. Other than that, Sheik has a decent edge guarding game against Link. Not that good, but doable, of course. And she can also play around bomb very well. But the main aspect of the matchup is that Sheik is out neutraling Link totally. So only thing she has to worry about is pressure of Link when he's pressuring your shield. She's able to get out of that most of the time, but not all the time. So heavy hits from Link will do a lot of damage and kill you very early, so watch out for that as Sheik. Ike is the character that can 0 to death Sheik out of nowhere. He has very hard hits and very long range, so contesting Sheik is not that hard for him. Only problem with Ike is that when he's in disadvantage, it's a nightmare. So this matchup can go either way any time of the game. Sheik player needs to be on point, Ike player needs to be on point. It will be an even matchup. Lucina and Marth. Alright, these two characters, Swarties, very good at keeping Sheik out for the most part. But when she gets in, very difficult to keep her out. They have basically no get off me options other than up B, which puts them in a very bad state. Also, their big bodies easily comboed and easily ledge trapped by Sheik. Alright, Ness does actually contest Sheik in neutral due to him being so freaking small and having some decent out of shield options. Problem comes when she's edge guarding Ness. That can be some difficulties in that aspect sometimes, but she does actually get a lot out of comboing Ness, and Ness will actually struggle keeping Sheik out for the most time. Alright, Meta Knight is very small with a sword. That's two positives against Sheik. She hates the small characters. But the big thing in this matchup is that Meta Knight actually does lose to neutral, surprisingly, due to Sheik being able to space him out and camp him out. So playing this very campy and patiently does the job. He's also fast faller, so comboing is pretty decently easy. But he has his counterplay as he is also easily comboing you. Mega Man is a very even matchup. This is due to him being very good at keeping Sheik out. It's so frustrating dealing with lemons and all the projectiles. Sheik needs to play this smart, very smart. She doesn't have a lot of tools in neutral to deal with the camping, so neutral wise I'll say these are actually very equal. The thing is, Mega Man has very strong setups in killing Sheik very early. He can put Sheik out of nowhere, kill her out of nowhere at 70 and 80%, so that's a very big issue. When Sheik is comboing Mega Man, that's when she has that's when she strives. She can put Mega Man out of nowhere to 50 to 60 to 70% damage, and also off stage she can do tons of damage. So simply putting your punish game to the absolute limits and exploiting his recovery would be a very good way to deal with this matchup. Alright, Rob is by some said -1, but most part said even. The thing is with this matchup, Rob is very big, and when getting pressured he has straight up no options. He's also quite decently easy to edge guard, but he can easily turn around the whole table and just rip you apart. Rob can kill at 30, at 40. So this can be a very frustrating matchup in that aspect, and dealing with Gyro, for new players who hasn't played the matchup, could be quite difficult. But basically Rob is very big, making him very easy to edge guard, ledge trap, combo, and hit in neutral. Alright, Toon Link, very similar to Link, has a sword and range, and he's also very small, but he doesn't do the trick when it comes to neutral. She can play around bombs quickly and pressure Toon Link badly, so he doesn't have any out of shield options that are remarkable enough to keep up with Sheik. He also doesn't have any options in the air when getting comboed, so that's very difficult for him to deal with. But he can kill Sheik quite early, and when he gets the setup up and gets his momentum, he can take a stock of Sheik in an instant. Olimar against Sheik. This matchup is, in my opinion and in most opinions, quite even. This is due to Olimar being small and being able to rack up tons of damage on Sheik. That makes him a very decent character against Sheik. The negatives about Olimar is that he's very susceptible off stage. He's very easily broken down in neutral when it comes to like other characters. Sheik does do very well against his pressure. These two aspects makes the matchup quite even-ish. I would say could be -1, but Olimar does like when Olimar's game plan comes to high percents, or like not high percents, even 80%, Pikmin's doesn't do that much. Like Sheik will die that early anyways, so damage wise he does do a lot of damage, but Sheik doesn't care at high percents since she'll die anyways. Alright, Wii Fit Trainer, very big character, easily combo, but does do tons of damage to Sheik. Gets out neutral very badly, so in disadvantage she does very poorly against Sheik, but when she gets all her setups up, it's a nightmare for Sheik. Mario is very difficult to deal with for Sheik. His combo game is very flustering. He does have his Nair as a combo breaker, which is so annoying, and his up B, but Sheik does have some counterplay to him. In terms of neutral, she does win it, and like if they play the game very slowly, as what I recommend for Sheik, very neutral heavy, the matchup should be quite winnable for Sheik just because of the neutral aspect of the game. Kirby is an annoying little fuck. Like, I'd put this character in -1 if I had to, but everyone is saying even. Thing is with Kirby, this little piece of shit is so goddamn small. He's so small, like forward air, landing forward air doesn't hit this guy. There's nothing I can do other than ground moves. Okay, maybe forward air will hit like once in a lifetime, but it's very difficult to deal with his aerials as him being very small. So he gets his game plan just as he wants. Sheik is also a fast faller, being easily comboed, but Sheik does get the better of him off stage and when he's under pressure. So that's some positives for Sheik. Lucas is also another piece of shit. He has very good out of shield options in terms of Nair and very good zoning options against Sheik. Also does have tons of kill throws and kills options that kills Sheik like pretty instant. So in that case, also him being extremely smart, like extremely small, it makes the game very difficult for Sheik and she has to be very careful. But in neutral, if she plays slowly in camps with needles, it should be playable. Also, like edge guarding Lucas, not that hard. Palutena in even. Alright, maybe she's a matchup that can be discussed to put down in -1. But thing is here, Sheik out neutrals Palutena. Like she can't zone against Sheik. Sheik is very capable of punishing Nair, and like most of Palutena's game plan just goes away since she is easily pressured down. The positives Palutena has is when comboing Sheik, she does a lot of damage and she can cover a lot of Sheik's options due to her range and like multi-hits. I'm talking about Nair, okay? Nair can do a lot against Sheik and can also be a big problem for Palutena. So the matchup is kind of even. Sheik does have her advantage in terms of Palutena being very big and easily comboed, but other than that, it's a very even matchup. They both go head to head and they don't have any significant advantages over each other, so yeah. Zero Suit Samus against Sheik. This is a very like iconic matchup, Zero and Iroh, you know. The thing is, in this matchup, Zero Suit Samus can easily rack up tons of damage on Sheik, and it could be the other way around. But these two are actually both really hard to hit in neutral, so like mostly everything will like whiff in neutral. So they do have both strengths and weaknesses that are contrary to each other, making the matchup very difficult. I would like suggest for the Sheik players to crawl a lot of Zero Suit's moves, since she can't deal with low characters. I think Zero Suit actually struggles against small characters like Pikachu and Kirby, and like small heights actually makes the matchups very difficult for Zero Suit. Alright, Falco. This character is very, like, he has a very big damage output, making it very difficult for Sheik to start something up, because when he gets momentum, he rack up so much damage onto Sheik. Also, he has tons of multi-hits and like long-reaching moves that will compete against Sheik's arrows. So he does have a lot of positives in terms of neutral play against Sheik. The problem Falco has in the matchup is when he gets punished by Sheik and put in a disadvantage, he is very screwed. If the Sheik player actually pulls off and like pulls out a great edge guard or a great like punish game, it's good to go. It's very good for Sheik. If she can't, she'll most likely lose. Alright, Young Link, very similar to Toon Link. If you want the explanation for that one, just check out the Toon Link one. I can't bother explaining Young Link too much, so yeah, basically the same principles as Toon Link. Luigi has a very like explosive matchup with Sheik. He'll either die very early or kill Sheik very early, so that's the whole matchup being even in that aspect. He does get out neutral by Sheik, but he does out kill, how can I say this, out combo Sheik in terms of, or out punish Sheik in terms of him being to 0 to death Sheik. Pit being a neutral matchup shouldn't be that difficult to understand. He has his weaknesses in terms of recovery, but other than that, he's very good in terms of range. He has good out of shield options, good combo game, but doesn't have any significant advantage over Sheik. Neither does Sheik have over Pit. Plant being a very interesting one. All the Sheiks I've talked to, actually, I don't think Charlie has said this, I'm not sure, but they say he's an even matchup, and this is due to him being able to actually zone out Sheik. He also has a very big weight, which makes the matchup quite difficult due to him being very hard to kill. And off stage, he does have a decent recovery against Sheik. This is very weird to say because I'd never expect him being even against Sheik, but he does actually do well. And like under pressure, he has neutral air, which is a multi-hit move covering all around his body, and simply just can't deal with Sheik's pressure in that kind of way. So yeah, he does the job. Roy, very good in neutral against Sheik. Like, he does tons of damage, but Sheik is able to keep up with him, and she's also able to edge guard him, combo him, and do tons of damage on him when needed. So the matchup is very explosive. Both of them can die anytime or by any ways, but of course Sheik does get the better of him in terms of neutral and combo game, but Roy gets the better of her in terms of killing and lead trapping. Alright, finally done with even. Let's go to -1. This will be a little more interesting. Alright, first up is Squirtle. Squirtle is so goddamn small, so that's the big issue here. He's too small and does tons of damage on Sheik. He has the movement to get around Sheik, and yeah, we don't like Squirtle. Snake has his grenade in disadvantage. This is a nightmare for Sheik to deal with. She can't do more than 1-2 hits against Snake. And also, when Snake has control of the stage, it's really difficult for Sheik to get in, and also he racks so much damage against Sheik and can easily kill her like very early. Inkling can be a problem for Sheik due to her being able to quickly get out of Sheik's zone and easily like pressure Sheik with her speed. She's also very good at keeping like Sheik in a bad position due to being so small, so goddamn small, and she's like simply just able to contest Sheik in neutral. Another thing is that she's very good at escaping kill options and can even kill Sheik quite early, as she does as a character struggle with killing. So for her, being able to play against a character with such a low weight, it makes the job very easy for her. Mr. Game Watch is very annoying for Sheik. This is due to him being so small and just simply have the moves to keep Sheik away. He's also very lightweight, which makes the combo game difficult for Sheik, and edgeguarding him is by far one of the most annoying things ever. Lucario is a very explosive matchup, but Lucario in the matchup gets the better of Sheik in any way. This is Lucario being such a powerful monster at high percents. This mainly due to aura. Sheik does struggle a little more than other characters in killing, so letting Lucario having aura for a while, that's not a good thing to do. So in terms of like game plan, Lucario always gets his game plan fulfilled. So Sheik needs to kill Lucario early or she'll lose this matchup, and most of the time you won't be able to kill Lucario early. And similar to the Lucario matchup, we have Wario being very, very similar in terms of Wario being able to accomplish his game plan. He gets swapped very, very early, and he can easily camp out Sheik since he knows that he won't die. He won't die before like 130, 140. So that's a very big issue, as Wario can actually get 2 wafts during a game. Not that fun to deal with. Pac-Man is maybe, I would say, the only character that can wall out Sheik in this game. This is due to Hydrant, and Hydrant has 13% HP. I think it was 13.2. So if you want Hydrant to move, you have to inflict 13.2% damage on it. And which aerial do you think that Sheik has that can do near? No, she doesn't have any of them. She can't do anything about Hydrant. She either has to pull out a smash attack, which I actually don't think does 13% damage, and like she has too low damaging moves to actually do anything in this matchup. So yeah, that's a very big problem for Pac-Man. No, that's a very big not Pac-Man. That's a very big problem for Sheik, as she can't she can't do much against Pac-Man. And Pac-Man also has very good kill options against Sheik, decent combo game. Peach is -1 against Sheik, mainly because she's a floaty character, making the combo game very difficult for Sheik. She also has a great combo game on Sheik and kills Sheik super early, and the way Peach moves forces Sheik to use rising aerials instead of like landing aerials, and the problem is rising aerials has way more lag than landing aerials. That just makes Peach she gets a lot more room to punish Sheik accordingly. Okay, the Wolf matchup for Sheik is, but like the positives for Sheik is that she can edge guard him and combo him quite decently. But the problem comes in neutral, and the problem comes heavily in neutral because Wolf can actually out-neutral Sheik very badly. His nair, his forward air, back air, dash attack, all the F-tilt, all of this, the blaster, it's very difficult for Sheik to handle with. Of course, the blaster can be crouched, but then comes the dash attack. And what do you do now? Problem with this matchup is that Sheik can't go in on Wolf like other characters. She can't afford being hit by Wolf as much because he does tons of damage. His smash attacks are killing Sheik very early, and whiffing with Sheik can easily turn out to be one of the biggest problems in the world. You'll die very early in this matchup. Alright, Shulk straight up kills Sheik early. Shield art at high percents, it's a nightmare. He can keep up with his speed with speed art. His range is he has tons of range. The only thing Sheik has against him is that she can easily out-neutral him when he has no arts, but there won't be too much of that since he can quickly switch arts, and if he has a problem, he can quickly run away, space Sheik, and go back again. It's very frustrating to deal with nair, forward air, and other spacing moves of Shulk. Greninja, very similar to Fox, they are super fast followers, so surprisingly comboing them is very difficult. But we do have our positives, as we do play against Greninja fairly well in neutral, so that's the only thing we do have. We don't get destroyed in neutral, but Greninja has great range, great combo game, and killing moves. He has tons of them, so basically Sheik does get a lot of trouble when playing against Greninja, simply due to her being outranged, out-comboed in that sense, and she can't contest with the killing game of Greninja with her own game. The Yoshi matchup is very difficult due to him being able to escape every goddamn combo. He has his nair, he has his double jump, and that becomes a very big problem because we can't also edge guard him due to his double jump, and it's very difficult for Sheik to use her big advantages, the big points of her being a decent character in my opinion. She has her edge guarding game and her combo game, and Yoshi literally just destroys them both, so that's a big problem. Alright, so lastly, the -2 is Pichu and Pikachu, and these are just nightmares to deal with. they are both extremely small and deal tons of damage. Like, no way for us to edge guard them, no way for us to hit them in neutral. Comboing them is like extremely hard, very difficult to kill them. Like, kill setups are very difficult due to them being so small, and they kill us super early. So yeah, I'll suggest the secondary. Alright, so thank you for watching this matchup guide of Sheik. I hope I didn't say too much bullshit. I know most of or some of it can be untrue, but this matchup chart is simply put up, like, it's a combination of 4 or 5 Sheik matchup charts, and I do disagree with some of it. Like, I do believe Cloud matchup is even. I do believe like Bayonetta is better for us, but yeah, this is what we have for now. This is what I found for my research. I took some time, maybe a week or so, to check this out, get some knowledge on the matchups, and I hope I did give you a fair understanding of how Sheik's matchups work. So I hope you enjoyed. Also, please check out my other videos. There's coming a big project soon. I won't spoil anything, but I promise you guys, the thing I'm gonna post soon, you're gonna love it, like straight up love it. So I hope you're looking forward to that. If so, I hope you're having a good day, and yeah, enjoy your time.
All these motherfuckers really can't relate. I be flying up, top up on the state. You be telegraph telling me to change. Cause we shooting, I be hitting from a range. I'll make $1 million on a Sunday. Can nobody ever gonna stop me? Life is a work in progress.